Hello everyone, hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. Good morning Gajanan, good morning everybody else. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today is 16th October 2025 and hope you can hear me and hope you can see me. Just give me a second guys. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is, as I've already told you. So yes, can we hear? Yeah, I can hear myself, so everything is fine. So let's start the day. Good morning Harshini, and you can join this Telegram channel. I'll be uploading this particular Hindu analysis PDF by 9:30 a.m. Cool, sir. So let's start the discussion and let's not waste any time. Yesterday I gave you people one particular question which was related to the so-called Nobel Prize in economics, which is not exactly Nobel Prize, where they talked about the concept of creative destruction. Three people getting good morning, Rishi. So what this whole thing is all about, creative destruction, what is the basic meaning, rationale here? One particular question. Creative destruction, destruction of natural resources due to economic growth, technological innovations that simultaneously creates gain and replaces old technologies, government regulation of monopolies, trade-off between consumption and investment. So good morning Pratik, what is the answer guys? What is the answer of this particular creative destruction question? Anyone? Let me start the timer for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Pratik has given the answer. The answer is B, technological innovations. Okay, so B is the answer. Pratik, Annie, all of you have given the answer. Cool, sir. So let's come back to the present. Harshini has also given the answer. So yeah, page 8 editorial. So I think this Annie is the same Annie who sends me, his answers at 3 a.m. in the morning. She's so punctual, guys. Such a good student. I think she was. Okay, let's focus. Let's not reveal people's identity. So, page 6 editorial, refugees and infiltrators. This is an article which talks about how we don't have a definition. Like, we don't have a specific policy for refugees. First of all, we should understand the basic rationale here. What is the basic difference between refugee and infiltrator? So who is a refugee? So anybody, like let's say we talk about Tibetan Buddhists. These Tibetan Buddhist people, they came to India. They were facing persecution in Tibet, in China. So these are refugees and they are staying here legally. They have some documentation. They are staying here. We have allowed them. The basic rationale is allowed them. Who are infiltrators? Again, let's take the example of Rohingyas, or let's take the example of some other people who are again facing persecution in their country, but they are not allowed, not welcome in our country. We are not saying all means Rohingyas were not allowed. We are just saying that what is the basic rationale, what separates refugee from infiltrators. So hope you're understanding here. So refugees, they are staying here, they are allowed, but if they're the period for which they are allowed, if they exceed that, then maybe they will not be allowed. Maybe then they will enter into the category of infiltrator. So this article is talking about how we should have a specific policy for refugees, how we should not be demarcating refugees on the basis of religion, that if you are a Muslim refugee, then you are not welcome in our country. Only Hindu refugees from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh are allowed, or 6 non-Muslim minorities. We'll talk about them. So there are certain issues which we have to talk about. What is the issue with India here? And maybe you, and then we will talk about your opinion, because your opinion matter when it comes to means an interview. So Bishwas, good morning Bishwas. So let's talk about this article and then some more. So Union Home Minister Amit Shah, he emphasized the need to differentiate between refugees and infiltrators, which we have already done, because we cannot say no to Amit Shah sir. We love him. So real challenge lies in, again, objectively applying. Lack of comprehensive refugee law. There is no as such explicit refugee law in India. We have not signed UN Refugee Convention, 1967 protocol, and there is a reason, guys. We have talked about how India is a developing country. We will become a Viksit Bharat by 2047, provided Modi sir remains our PM. So you people have to vote for him. Or even though maybe we will be like North Korea, where people are going on China or something like that. We are voting for one person. There will be only one party. So again, we don't know. The point here is that we are a developing country. We have not yet become Viksit Bharat. Developing country, third world country, country of global south, whatever way you want to call it. I'm not demoralizing us. I'm just telling you the reality it is. You shouldn't be living in a fool's world. So, we have so much population. India is the largest, like most populous country in the world. We don't have scope for allowing more refugees and infiltrators. Let's be very honest here. We don't even have scope for allowing non-Muslim minorities here. But we can play the religion card when it comes to politics. We'll go there. But hope you're understanding where we are going with this. So again, that is one reason why we have not signed it. We are a populous country. We are a developing country. We don't have scope for them. So 1951, and there can be some other reason as well. UN Refugee Convention, neither the 67 protocol, we have not signed it. No single law defining refugee. Refugee concerns about refugee comes at the bottom of the radar when it comes to government's concern. We have to deal with our own people first, and then we can deal with other people, refugees or infiltrators. So maybe that's why. Good morning, Iltush. We don't have any single law, but we should have, according to editorial. So how these refugees or infiltrators are governed? Foreigners Act, then registration, passport act. You can see, you don't have to remember. So now what we have done, we have brought a new immigration law in April 2025. Again, there are some keywords, guys, which you have to understand. What are those keywords? Immigration with an E, and then there is another immigration with an I. These two are different. Can anybody tell me how immigration with an E is different from immigration with an I? If you can, awesome. Otherwise, I will tell you. Right. So, new immigration law with an I has been passed in April 2025, and it will replace the three pre-independence laws like this one: Foreigners Act, Registrations Act, Passport Act. So maybe we want to bring one single act, Umbrella Act, subsuming so many acts because it creates confusion, guys. But still, no refugee policy. It's all about foreigners. It's all about refugees are not equal to foreigners. We have just discussed who are refugees, who are facing persecution in their own country. They're fleeing from their country. If they're allowed, they're refugees. If they're not allowed, they will become infiltrators. But then sometimes when they exceed their stay, refugees convert into infiltrators. So again, tried people, immigration with an E, immigration with an I. So uneven treatment of refugee communities. Here also, we have rehabilitation policy for Tibetan refugees, but no policies for Sri Lankan Tamil. Why? Sri Lankan Tamil, maybe some of them are Hindu only. What is the problem here? So again, there are so many things which are going on, and other refugees, etc. You can see here. Legal ambiguity under Citizenship Act, undocumented or overstaying refugees can convert into infiltrators, as we have discussed. Now, this one, oh my God. So Citizenship Amendment Act 2019, when this particular act was passed, guys, so Harshini has given the example. Immigration is entry into another country, and the immigration with an E is outward movement from country to other countries. Annie has given the answer, immigration, people leaving the country. And okay, cool. So all of you know, Harshini, Annie, Iltush, all of you have given the answer. So immigration with an E means you are exiting a country. Immigration with an E means you are exiting a country, and immigration with an I means you are entering another country. Right? So let's say I'm immigrating with an E from India, and I'm immigrating with an I to US. So exit and enter. So hope you're understanding. Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 provided citizenship to 6 non-Muslim minorities from Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. So tell me one thing, guys. Does it cover Tamil, like Sri Lankan Tamils? Does This is important, guys. Now we cannot be joking around. Anyway, never jokes. I don't do jokes, right? I'm always serious. But now focus on Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. Do you think it covers Sri Lankan Tamils? Yes or no? It covers 6 non-Muslim minorities. Non-Muslim minorities means, and here we're very specific about the Muslim community. We don't want to cover them. Non-Muslim minorities. So Hindus will be there, Christians will be there, Parsis will be there, and cow outside. So these 6 non-Muslim minorities: Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsis, and Christian. Yesterday I was watching a very interesting, fascinating, I think, documentary or something related to Parsi people, Zoroastrianism. So these people living in Persia, Iran, around 400, 500, 600 BC, or even earlier than that. And then 7th century AD, Islam came. So when Islam came, Islam spread to different regions, including Iran. So these people, they fled. These Parsi people, they fled from Iran. They came to India, Pakistan, etc. And they came to an Indian western coast. There, the king was not very happy to welcome them because, again, the same scenario, in refugee scenario, that we have our own population to take care of, and we cannot bring you in. We cannot allow you to enter into India, Parsis. And then it was some western court find out that particular place somewhere around Gujarat, current Gujarat, Maharashtra region. And so what happened then? These people, like, and then because they wanted these Parsis to go, that king gave them a milk, glass of milk. that you drink it and you go away to your own country. We cannot save you from these persecution, Islamic invasion, etc. And then these Parsis, they returned the milk with the sugar thing. They added sugar to this milk and they returned it back to the king, saying that just like a sugar dissolves inside a milk, same way we will dissolve inside Indian society. We will not create any kind of issues, friction, etc. And if you see the current Parsi people, Boman Irani, Dada Bhai Naroji, etc., you realize whatever they said, they stayed true to it. We don't face any issue as such from Parsi. We're not saying we face issues from other communities. It's just that whatever they said, they meant it and they fulfilled it. So again, have you heard about this particular issue, guys, related to Parsis? No, 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 sir, no, not covered. What not covered, guys? I see. I have like I am a big fan of Gajini. I sometimes forget what I told you people. Oh, not covered. I know, remember. So not covered means Sri Lankan Tamils, they are not covered. Why? Because it is not only about religion, guys. Religion is important for our central government, and we know we love our central government, maybe, but I don't know. So, but see, apart from religion, there is also country. Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. These six non-Muslim minorities has to be from three countries. These countries. So even though Sri Lankan Tamils, they can be Hindu, but they are from Sri Lanka. It is not covered. Now, my Hindu friends and Hindu खतरे में है. See, I never understood one particular thing. Hinduism is very old, like as a religion, Vedic period, older than Islam, older than Christianity. We have survived for more than 3,000 years, and we have survived. We have thrived. Even then, one particular means, I don't know, political party comes to power, that particular religion comes under danger. It has not been in danger for 3,000 years or more, but I don't know what happens. I don't know that party, but it feels so weird. We have never been in danger. We have always helped other people, and but then one party comes and we are all like suddenly in danger. So these things happen. And now, what is your view, guys? I've also got to know about the Parsi community funeral ritual, especially the Tower of Silence was done. Very good, Pratik. So, guys, you will be asked. You cannot shy away. Like, no, sir, this is a sensitive topic. What is your view on this Citizenship Amendment Act 2019? Do you agree with providing citizenship to six people on religion basis and on country basis? And do you have any issues with it, or you are like, no, sir, this is correct? Because our country was divided. The rationale with the current government gave was our country is divided on the basis of religion. India Pakistan was created on the basis of religion. So Hindu people, they are facing issues in Pakistan. Danish Kaneria, he is a very famous Hindu in Pakistan, Pakistani cricketer. He keeps on saying stuff, although he was booked for spot fixing, etc. So this is one rationale. Our country was divided. You have to understand other point of view also. You cannot be blindsided by your love for central government or hate for it. I don't know. I love Modi ji. Modi ji is in my heart. See, people have RBC, WBCs. Red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles in their cell. I have Modi BC. Modi blood corpuscles. So you cannot, talk about my bhakti thing. It's just that you have to have a, neutral perspective here. What is the neutral perspective? What do you think about this whole scenario? Gajni and Tirna, I think, told about love. Really good. For the Tara Silence, it was revealed why scavenger birds were dying in India. Guys, let's focus. I'm asking you serious issue. You are on that tower and that vulture thing. Let's focus, guys. So a recent notification exempted undocumented Tamil refugees from penalties. So we are not thinking about Tamil refugees that, oh, you people are also there. So let's think about them, you people also. It's not only about Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. It's not only about vote bank. It's not only about the fact that, one particular political party does not do very well in South India. So even though you allow these Tamilian people to come to India, they're not going to vote for you. That's not the matter. The matter is, oh my God, these days, God knows what has happened to me. Let's focus, guys. So other refugees are given exceptions, but the problem persists. The problem of defining refugees, the problem of having a specific law for refugees, religion-based exclusion continue. How far it is good or bad, this you people will decide, and that will decide the fate of our country. This religion-based exclusion, religion-based politics, is it good or bad? I don't know. I'm just a single guy. So you people will decide, and that will decide the fate of our country. So whatever you feel like. Conclusion: humanitarian relief is commendable, but it should be consistent. It should not be discriminatory. It's not like Muslims are not persecuted. Rohingyas were persecuted in Myanmar. They are Muslims in a Buddhist country. So these things can happen, guys, and we should be a little bit impartial towards it. No, such EA is not fair, but the rationalism purely on religion basis. Instead, a fact-based criteria could be implemented. Okay, Harshini. Harshini is such a good girl. So six Muslim minorities, you have seen these things, and the criteria is they have migrated. Now, I was telling you when this whole thing was going on around 2020, 2021, I was teaching in Assam. In Assam, riots were happening, guys. Riots related to the Citizenship Amendment Act, and the situation was such that there was BJP, and here again we are not politicizing. I'm just telling you, BJP at center was saying something, and BJP at Assam level they were saying something else. They were not on the same page. They were even the BJP at the Assam level. They were not agreeing to this because they felt like so many, Hindus etc. will come from Bangladesh. And anyway, this whole Bengali versus Assami issue and this incursion of Bangladeshi people into Assam is a very, 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 very sensitive issue. So it created division within BJP only when this whole act was being passed in Assam. I was there. I saw images. I cannot even tell you what I saw, but yes, the situation was not good. And it is allowed. These six non-Muslim minorities, they are, if like they will be given citizenship, etc., if they have come to India, entered India on or before December 31, 2014. 2014 was the year when Modi sir came, and the Amrit Kal also came with that, right? So yeah, 2014, December 31, 2014. Remember the date, remember the countries, remember the six non-Muslim minorities. All these facts and figures are very important. So there are multiple dimensions discussed. Example, Dhari Boda from Afghanistan, religious, persecuted, Rohingyas, etc. There exactly, Iltush. I can understand where you are coming from. What is your rationale? Let's focus, guys. Let's solve some questions so that we can understand whatever we have just discussed. See, I love Modi sir. I love everything, whatever he's saying. But the only thing is, I don't know. I have no only thing. I don't want to say anything. Anyway, my life is in danger, guys. Danger, danger. The way I'm going. Consider the following statement regarding India's refugee policy. India is a signatory to 1951 UN Refugee Convention and 1967 Protocol. There is no comprehensive single law defining refugees in India. A country had themselves into non-aligned movement to be focused on some really problematic countries. I can understand, Shripurna, where you're coming from. So Harshini, Annie, Shripurna, Gajanan, hope like you people do understand I'm a biggest supporter of BJP and central government. So please don't tell me anything against that. So India is a signatory, India is not a signatory. So first is wrong. Eliminate first, you will get the answer C 2 and 3 only. As stated by Harshini, Annie, Shripurna, Gajanan, Pratik, and Iltush. Really good. MCQ2. Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 provides eligibility for Indian citizenship to certain religious minorities from Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan. Which of the following are included? So, Harshini, any Purna, Gajanan, Pratik, Iltush, all of you have given the answer. Very, very good. Harshini has given the answer for second question also. So, apart from Muslim, we are not giving them, we believe they are not persecuted. Even if they're persecuted, they are not our responsibilities. And yeah, I'm not saying that, guys. Central government is saying that. So seventh, eliminate seventh. If you eliminate seventh, what is happening, guys? Yes, if you eliminate seventh, all the other are converted: Hindu, Sikh, Jain, Parsis, Buddhist, Christian. So the answer is A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As stated by Harshini, Rishi, Gajanan, Shipurna, Pratik, Annie, Iltush. Really, really good. MCQ 3. Which of the statements are correct regarding Citizenship Amendment Act 2019? It provides citizenship to six non-Muslim minorities from Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan. It excludes Rohingyas, Muslim, and Sri Lankan Tamils. It applies to migrants who arrived in India on or before December 31, 2014. Historic year, 2014 for us. Many people, I don't know whether you people have heard it or not. Many people believe we got independence in 2014. That's not the reality, guys. We got it in 1947, but for many people, we got it in 2014. Nothing happened before 2014. Everything happened after 2014. So yeah, RTI Act came after 2014. No, it's not. It came in 2005, although it's been diluted. Focus, guys. So Harshini, Rishi, Iltush, Pratik, Shipurna, Gajanan, all of you have given the answer. D is the answer. Very, very good. मोदी है तो मुमकिन है. Page number 8, future of IMC. Recently, I was listening to this song, मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, and there were so many actors, Bollywood actors, they were also singing this. I never heard this. Manmohan Singh ji hai to mumkin hai. I don't know. I think people sometimes become self-obsessed. I'm not saying Modi sir is self-obsessed. I'm just saying some people sometimes become self-obsessed. This is not good. Not good for a democracy. It looks good in a dictatorship, not in a democracy. Let's focus, guys. Future of IMEC, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. And we have talked about it, in fringe details earlier. And India was significant choosing that particular year, 2014 December. We have to look into that. But I have told you how you will remember that, Harshini. The fact that Amrit Kal started from 2014 and Modi sir came. That way you will be able to remember it. So that was a deadline. They put a reference frame. Although Assam Accord and all, they had their own reference frame, and that's why people were angry in Assam. That the earlier criteria which was there in Assam Accord, why are you violating it? So they put a reference frame. As our favorite Kangna Ranaut ma'am once said, exactly, let's focus, guys. So, future of IMEC, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. And it came into, or they talked about it in G20 of 2023. India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. This article is saying that, and what is the basic rationale? Let's have a detailed discussion about it from mains perspective and pre perspective. So you and this keeps on coming, guys. So that means we need to know each and everything about this India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. It's important. So it has two components, as we have talked about it. This is one component, and if you are talking from Indian perspective, like how do we say, eastern component, again if you're seeing from European perspective, and there is another component. So one, see, there is a sea linkage from India to UAE, and so from India to UAE sea linkage, from UAE to Israel. Focus, guys. Israel is the end point. So UAE to Israel, this is the northern part, and here you have roadways, you have railways, which will be working. This whole thing is ending at Israel Haifa port. And from there, you have this again, waterways, which will be taking it to Europe. So now the problem is Israel is unstable, Haifa is unstable. And that's why we were talking about that Gaza summit. If you remember, 2, 3 days back, we had a Hindu analysis where we talked about Gaza summit, where Egypt came into picture. And Egypt was like, dude, Israel is so unstable. You cannot think about this road or railway route from UAE to Israel via Saudi Arab, Jordan. Now that will not happen. These countries are not very happy with Israel now. So something else has to be done. What you can do is you can divert this train. You can divert this train from Jordan and you can bring it to Egypt. And from there, we can take the waterways and we can go to Europe. So this is the whole rationale. People, do you remember that talk which we had, how Egypt was talking about Sharm el Sheikh or something like that? Anybody, do you remember? Now you will understand things in a better manner, why this whole thing IMEC is needed. China came up with BRI, bold, means Belt and Road Initiative and all, CPEC and etc. It's a counter. It's not like only India does not like China. Right now we are liking China because we don't like US. So it all depends on whom we like at a particular point of time, and our likes and dislikes change. So it's a counter to BRI, Belt and Road Initiative. Then Yaman. Look at the map. Map will help you in understanding things in a much better manner, and the things will automatically solve itself. Pratik, very good. So if you look at Yaman, in Yaman there are Houthi rebels, which UPSC has already asked, and this is a again disturbed area. There is Red Sea here, right? Red Sea is disturbed because of this Houthi. So one thing is, this is also helping India, that you shouldn't be going like this, you go like this. So you will be diverting, or you'll be not going to Red Sea. It's not like Red Sea is not a part of IMEC, but this is the flexibility IMEC provides. And this is what this article is talking about. That it's very flexible. Israel is not working. Take Egypt into confidence, go from there. Red Sea is not peaceful, we will not go to Red Sea. We will take this particular route. This route is particularly peaceful. So that's what editorial is saying. Don't just, think about an idea and discard it completely. Think about the options. There are so many options here. And we have to connect with Europe some way or the other. There are many people who are saying that the Arctic corridor has also opened because of global warming, etc. The corridor in the northern hemisphere, the Arctic corridor, it has opened, but there is no alternative to this particular corridor, guys. There's no alternative to IMEC will be a much cheaper option for us than Arctic corridor. And so we should think about it. Even if there is unstabilized or not so stabilized Israel, still we can take Egypt into confidence, as Egypt was talking about in the Gaza summit. So let's talk about this article. Hope you understood some part of it. Now let's see what this article is saying. Trade diversification. Now in international relation, there is no friend or enemies. It's all about scenarios. So the current scenario is like you means China is our friend, etc. But US is not our friend, which is like if you talk about trade partners, the top two trade partners of India are US and China. They keep on changing the place who is number one, number two. So US is not with us right now because of Donald Trump. So China, we have to. But apart from China, we also have to diversify, guys, and that's why EU, UK, everyone comes into picture. IMEC comes into picture. It was important earlier. It is more important now because of whatever Trump has done to us. Orange Man, who is the love of Shiparna and Mamta. So IMEC vision, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. As you can see here, strengthen Indian and Arabian Peninsula. And again, multi-modal connectivity. Multi-modal connectivity means seaway, roadways, airways, like, railways, all these things are there. High-speed trains from UAE port to Haifa, as we have just discussed, via Saudi Arabia and Jordan. But things are not hunky-dory now. So there will be a hydrogen pipeline. Green hydrogen remains in use here, there, everywhere. Electricity cable, high-speed undersea, digital cable to ensure, the phone lines when you're talking to somebody in US or EU rather, that remains. Okay, hope you are understanding why these things are there. So there are so many plans. There are economic plans, and then there are strategic plans. So 2023 geopolitical context. This whole thing envisioned in G20 2023, which happened in Delhi, India. And that time the situation was different. Abraham Accord, Israel, Jordan, Morocco, they were having all these things. These accords were being signed, and UAE, Saudi Arab, and again we have also seen at that time Israel, Saudi Arab, etc., were coming together against Iran, but things have changed. And these things led to I2U2, India, Israel, UAE, US. So we have talked about all these things multiple number of times. Remember the facts, guys, important from Main's perspective also. Challenges now. After IMEC, after 2023, what happened? Hamas attack. So now Israel is unstable and not many people are siding with Israel, sidelined to a certain extent. But up until US is with Israel, nobody can do anything of Israel. European nation seeks new partners. It's not only about US not, imposing tariff on us. Nobody likes Trump except Sripurna and Mamta. So, or maybe some other people, or the people or the countries who are fighting because Trump will act as a mediator. But again, so everybody is seeking new partners, and India with a $4 trillion, everybody wants India's market, guys. We have such big population, we consume things like anything, but like many very few people like very few countries rather want our population to go there. Like they want a market, but they will not allow us to access their market, or they will allow us with a lot of hesitancy. So that's why there are two things: trade in goods and services. When we talk about balance of payment, balance of trade, etc. So trade in goods, they want to trade in goods, but they don't want to trade in services. We Indians, we are very good, very efficient, very cheap. Not cheap in a bad way. We are very good, but that is the point. We will allow them to access our market. In return, you allow our people to access your market and go there and work in IT sector, this and that. So we want to have a fair deal, and that's what the talks are all about. So again, where were we? Geopolitical and security significance. Security of sea lanes, as we have discussed, Houthi attacks in the Red Sea region, Houthi, Yemen region. So even if you see that, in that regard, we can bypass the Red Sea. That IMEC allows us to do that. Many ships are rerouting around Cape of Good Hope, Gaza conflict adds instability. IMEC included portion of Red Sea, guys. Don't make any mistake about it. But article is saying that IMEC, because it involves so many countries, so many partners, it can bypass Red Sea. The route can be like that. Hence, new secure trade routes like IMEC are essential to ensure resilient supply chains in this particular vulnerable scenario. If not Israel, then Egypt. So IMEC multi-member format allows flexibility to adapt to changing geopolitics, and countries should not discard it immediately. India and Arab nation can explore involving other ports in Saudi Arabia and Egypt, as Egypt was continuously talking about Gaza summit. So again, during Gaza summit. Now, this part, have a look at this particular portion, guys. By acting as bookends of IMEC, India and Europe can pool resources to promote regional prosperity and resilient trade connectivity. Explain it to me. In the meantime, let's solve some questions, and you people will explain it to me. By acting as bookends of IMEC, India and Europe can pool resources to promote regional prosperity and resilient trade connectivity. What is the meaning here? What do you understand by this? What is the basic rationale of this bookend to this and that? What is bookend, guys? Fine. And think about it. We will not solve the mains question right now. First of all, let's solve some MCQ so that you're also thinking, and then we'll come back and solve the mains question. MCQ 4. Chepandis, Chepu. చెప్పు లేదు కాదు. Main character. Very good, Purna. Purna, in the meantime, solve this particular MCQ. Think about that bookends. We will discuss that bookend type means line, and then we'll solve the mains question. First and last point of the route. Harshini, Gajanan, Iltush, Purna, Rishi, Annie, all of you have given the answer. So India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor promotes trade, infrastructure, energy, and digital connectivity between India, Middle East, and Europe. Very good, yeah. MCQ 5. Which of the following are key components of IMEC? Key components of IMEC: high-speed rail connecting UAE ports to Israel, clean hydrogen pipeline, electricity transmission cable, high-speed undersea digital cable, free trade agreement between India and EU. It is a metaphor. Oh my God. Bookends in the sense by promoting prosperity between the two margins. Harshini is such a good girl. Who is a good girl? Harshini is a good girl. So, fifth question. Let's do these questions and then we'll talk about that. Top means that particular line and then the mains question also. So, Shripurna, Harshini, Prateek, all of you have given the answer. Four, Prateek and Rishi. So, high speed rail connecting UAE. Now, the thing is, you can read all these statements. Maybe you don't remember them, but we don't know, do know that free trade agreement talk is not happening in IMEC. This is a separate talk altogether, guys. This is a separate issue altogether. IMEC has nothing to do with this free trade talk between India and EU, rather. So eliminate 5 and you will get the answer. That is A, 1, 2, 3, 4. So hope you're understanding why C is not the answer, guys. You have to, like in these, remember it, keep it in your mind. Whenever multiple statement question comes in UPSC, read all of them, remove that statement which you know for sure is wrong. This is for sure wrong. There is no talk about, this is a separate matter. IMEC is a separate matter, guys. So hope you're understanding. Why? A is the answer. Really good. Fifth is wrong, guys. MCQ 6. I2U2 framework includes which of the following countries? Guys, who did not answer A? Are you people understanding why A is not the answer? Chippandi's Cheputusu Ledu Kadu, guys. That means tell me. Tell me something. Wait, Purna is such a good girl. Like Geeta Bishwas, Purna Bishwas, Geeta Bishwas. Shaktiman, Parle Ji. So I2U2, guys. Where are you people? Why you are not answering what is I2U2? So Rishi, Harshini, Rishi again. India, Israel, UAE, US, right? UK is not there. So I2U2, India, Israel, UAE, US. This came before this whole, IMEC, before like in 2020s, early 2020s, before IMEC. It also created a framework or, in a way, ensure that IMEC comes into picture.